Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Super excited to be here with you guys. We've created this beautiful red carpet inspired look on the beautiful Marlene. We've got stunning red lips, beautiful dewy skin. I'm going to share all my tips and techniques with you guys at home. But before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so we are going to first prep the eyes with a concealer. Okay, just as a base. And we're going to close the eyes and just brush the concealer from lash line to brow bone. Okay, so we're doing the eye makeup first, just so any fallout that falls from any eyeshadow or any eye product, we can then clean it away and apply a clean base. I'm going to set this with a little bit of Studio Fix powder and just a fluffy brush. Okay, just so there's no creasing, and it's going to help us blend our eyeshadow. So the palette of choice is the Tomford Coco Mirage palette. So it's really good to use because it's got a neutral tone, natural, a dark brown and a matte brown. Okay, so we're going to first pick up the neutral tone. Okay, and we're going to use a fluffy brush and just brush this into the socket. Okay, so the red carpet eye is kind of neutral, so we're going to just add a little bit of definition in the socket, barely visual. Okay, and we're just blending this back and forth. Okay, and just keep adding the colour and building up the intensity to your desired finish. But they're going to pick up the neutral bone shade from the palette. Okay, and we're going to apply this with a flat brush to the inner corners, 3/4 of the way across. Okay, and we're just going to blend this into the eye. So I'm going to build up the intensity of the eyeshadow, so I'm going to go back into the socket colour. I'm going to apply a little bit more of the lid colour until I'm happy with it. So the next product we're going to use is the Illusion Ombre by Chanel, and this is in Fantasme. And this is just going to go in the centre. Okay, this is a really good product to use if you just want to kind of amp up any look. Very classy shimmer. So I'm going to start with my liner. Okay, this is quite a graphic liner, so I'm going to start with MAC Blacktrack. Okay, so we're going to use the MAC Blacktrack on a thin brush. And what I like to do is, just close your eyes. We're going to take our liner from the corner of the lash and extend it out. So we're following the natural shape of the eye. And the same on this side. I'll get model to open. So you need to make sure your lines are going up in the same place. Once you know that, you can then start to build your liner. So I'm going to start on the inner corner, start building this all the way across. So the amount of pressure you'll apply on the brush will determine your thickness of your liner. Okay, so we just traced out a nice line for now. Just gonna curl Marlene's eyelashes. Okay, very important to always curl your lashes before you apply false ones. And the lash we're going to use today is the MAC number 7. Okay, so when you're applying lashes, what I like to do is get client or model to close their eyes, and I just like to kind of place the lash on first. So the lash is a little bit too big, okay, so I'm just going to trim ever so slightly. Okay, and when you're cutting lashes, I always like to cut from the band. Okay, and we're going to use the Duo lash glue. So what I like to do is start from the outside. Okay, press the lash in, and then with the lash tweezer you can pull the lash into the lash line. Okay, and while they're drying, a good tip is to push them up. So I'm going to use a little bit of brow powder, okay, and what I like to do is brush the brows down, okay, because eyebrows generally don't grow dark at the front, so you want to kind of have a softer finish towards the front of the eyebrow. So I'm brushing this down first, and then we can shape our tail. So what I like to do is brush the hair back and then bring the angle of the brush and just stroke this down, okay? And as a general rule, your eyebrows shouldn't go any further than your actual eye shape. So if you were to place a brush here, they shouldn't extend past this area, and they shouldn't go any further in the side of your nose. We're going to finish off the eye makeup now, okay? So we're going to use a tiny bit of highlighter just under the brow bone, okay? Just to accentuate the arch. So we're just going to conceal the false lash, and we're literally going to go over the eyeliner, okay? So from towards the front of the eye, we're just going to pull the line and trace over it, just so the eyeliner is really black and precise. Okay, and we're just going to use a cleansing wipe, and we're just going to clean off anything that has spilt. And we're going to start her base. So for primer, we're going to use the Complexion Enhancing Primer by Tomford, and this is in Pink Glow. And we're just going to apply this towards the centre of the face with a flat brush. Okay, so we have rubbed this all in, and don't forget as well, guys, for red carpet, you need to make sure that you do the ears. So for foundation, we're going to use the Dior Backstage foundation, and it's a mix I like to use of 3N and 2WO. One slightly pink and one is slightly yellow. Okay, so we've applied the foundation. We are now going to conceal with the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, and this is in the Retoucher in number 2. Okay, and I'd just like to dot this on. Yeah, and with a blending brush, this is the MAC 224, I am going to just buff this into the skin. Okay, so bring the concealer down onto the face. Okay, so it just kind of lifts the whole look. Okay, so I'm going to finish blending this all in. So to set the face, we're going to use the Allure Mercier translucent powder, and this is in translucent. Okay, I just like to pick up a small amount, and I like to just powder areas of the face. So I like to press and roll the powder on. Okay, and don't forget the neck. Okay, so we're just pressing this all on. And we're just going to dust this off. So our next step would be blush and contour. Okay, so we've set the face, we're now going to contour, and I like to use the bronzer by Tomford, and this is in the shade Terra. Okay, so just squeeze cheeks in for me, please. And we're just going to brush this. Okay, we're just going to follow this hollow here. Okay, and a little bit on the temples. Just to add a little bit of warmth to the skin. Okay, I like to take the bronzer quite high up as well. Okay, and we're going to blush, and this is by Tomford in Love Lust. So if you just smile for me. Okay, and we're just going to hit the apple of the cheek. Just for a natural flush, okay? Okay, we're going to now highlight the cheekbones. So I really like this duo of two highlighters, which I will mix together. Okay, and this is by Tomford in the shade Moonlight. Just going to hit the high planes of the face. Okay, this is more of a soft, shimmery highlight as opposed to very loud and dramatic. So in flash photography, this will come out like a natural glow. Just a tiny bit in between the eyes. Okay, so we're drawing a little bit of attention to the nose. A little bit of highlight up here. Okay, and the Cupid's bow. So for the perfect lip, we're going to go for the Jeffree Star Lip Liner in the shade Redrum. Okay, just as an outline around the lips, okay? So I get you to smile for me. So I like to start on the Cupid's bow, okay, and draw a small X. Okay, then we'll start from the outside. Going upwards. I always find if you go upwards, you will actually create more volume in the lip as opposed to going down. Okay, and smile for me. Start in the center. Okay, perfect. So the lipstick of choice is Outlaw, and this is by Kat Von D. Okay, it's a liquid to matte lipstick. So I like to use this first as a base. Okay, and smile for me. So I like to get the colour on the main bulk of the lip. Okay. And you can kind of tweak the edges later. So we're just going to go over the top with the Rouge Allure lipstick, and this is in number 56 by Chanel. Okay, and to finish, just a small lashing of mascara. Just on the bottom lashes. Okay, and flip straight ahead for me. And just on the top.